Okay, so I'm kind of sad because I think, unfortunately, even though I tried to revive my real camera, I have a bad feeling it might be broken. Poor thing. Yeah, my camera. But in other news, my brush matches my dress. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So I'm wearing this pink salmon colored dress. I'm wearing leggings underneath it because, yes, it's a little see-through, and a lot of people get weird about that sort of thing, even though like people wear short shorts. But heaven forbid, if you see the slight silhouette outline of the dress, your legs into the dress. So I have you covered. If you wear dresses like me and you're kind of a girly, feminine woman that likes to wear dresses, wear leggings underneath. And I love capri leggings, and it fixes all the issues. And somebody asked me the other day, they're like, and I know where they were going with this. They're like, do you wear a slip under your dress? Because it's this old notion that, oh my gosh, if you can see the outline of somebody's legs, or you can see through the skirt, that is somehow provocative. But we have women like prancing around in bikinis, and by the way, I have no problem with bikinis or short shorts, but somehow if you're wearing a dress and you can see your legs, it's the look. I have a few slips, but I just don't really wear them because, like I said, I don't really feel like I have to. And slips are kind of, honestly, they're worse than leggings. Like I'd rather wear slip shorts, like short shorts. Like I wear like something called slip shorts under a skirt, and then yeah, you can still see the outline of your legs, but they cover you. And I wear leggings, and it's much more comfortable because if you're just wearing a slip, like these women, they think, oh my gosh, they're so covered because they're wearing a slip and you can't see through it. And this is kind of my mom's generation too, because it was the 80s, like pre before the 80s. Some women believed or felt you always had to wear a slip in your dress to keep it from being see through. But it's kind of silly, and there's nothing wrong with slips, and I do like a nice slip now and then, but it is an extra garment, and sometimes they, like, especially if it's a half slip, they can slip down, or if it's even a full slip, it can ride up. Whereas, like, with leggings or slip shorts, I've never had that issue with, like, the modern. I just remember being a kid and wearing a slip, and it wasn't always comfortable, and sometimes it would ride up, or it would just, like, cling to your dress or something. Like, some slips are really nice, but I don't feel like I need to spend my life wearing a slip under dresses. Like, I know some people are like, oh my god, you can see Kate Middleton's legs through her dress in the sunlight. I'm like, yeah, you can. And legs are beautiful. And maybe you have a problem with seeing the outline of a woman's legs. Like, really, gosh, people don't, like, men don't do this to other men. It's women who do this to other women. And I'm not trying to knock on women, but this is why women just don't support other women. They just don't. Not enough. Not really. Like I was watching a video where this one woman was saying that women hate on other women with natural hair, saying that they it was just an interesting scenario where they were trusting this guy, I guess, and it was an American hair video, and this woman was saying that people were falling for this guy who's kind of a scam artist that would put a wig on his daughter's hair, whereas there was this one woman in the natural hair community that had products that just promised hair retention, like in length, and she was saying that this woman just doesn't get a lot of praise, but a scam artist got praise, And sometimes I wonder, and I've done an experiment many, many years ago. Like, okay, I had a friend. I used to write on a big, big blogging site, and I had a friend that his English wasn't very good, and I would sometimes just like to help people with their English. So I wrote an article for him, okay? Same kind of article that I wrote on my own site. And I also thought it would be interesting to see, like, how would the article be received on his site versus mine? So, just, as to help him, I wrote it, and it was just about how to shop on a budget, okay? I've written similar articles on my own page. And I always would get some nice comments and stuff, but it was so funny. When he was a man writing that article, oh my gosh, like people were just praising him. The article got triple the views. I don't know if it's because it was a man like saying how to shop on a budget and people were impressed, like, oh, a man like saying that. But sometimes I feel like, okay, even women who say, and I don't want to hate on other women, but it'll be women who claim to be feminists, that claim to be big supporters of other women. Like a woman could say something similar to a man, and some women will kind of give a cute younger guy a free pass. And I know women don't want to admit that about themselves. They just don't. But as a quiet, introverted woman, like I'll talk. But in social situations where women are just real assertive and out there, like sometimes it's the men that are nicer in those situations than other women. And I don't know. I do like women. I'm friends with some women. I just feel like sometimes in social situations, like men aren't gonna take you to task. They're not going to criticize you. And okay, I hate going back to this old tribe because people should feel however they want on their videos. But it's a known fact that some men love long hair and they come online to see long hair. And then there will be women with really amazing long hair. And I feel like, I don't know, maybe they're not offended, but they just want to let a man know if she says, oh my God, like, I like long hair, like, they'll be like, well, I'm not into hair fetish like you. And I just am like, oh, okay. Like, you weren't worried about hurting that guy's feelings. You really weren't. That was okay. You're just like, boom. They come on, like, strong. And I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Like, I don't get it. Like, and I don't hate on other women. I just wonder, like, why do women do that? Like, and I don't want to sound all like putting yourself out there thing, but if you're creating content where you have long hair, it comes with the territory, like with anything. If you're putting on content showing shoes, there's some men that like women's feet, like, but to me, it goes back to this topic, okay? It's all interrelated. I'm not offended, like, if a guy says I look pretty in a skirt, or if guys like to look at fashion, or they like to talk to a woman online, especially right now during quarantine. But I guess this is the difference. I'm a single woman. I haven't met Mr. Right yet. So, like, even if I was in a relationship, I don't think I would be offended by, like, men wanting to talk to a woman online. That wouldn't offend me. But maybe that's the difference being a single woman as opposed to a woman in a relationship. I'm definitely not using this channel to date somebody or meet someone because that just doesn't work. Like, I have to know that I feel like there's a connection with someone, like, and they have to live locally because I don't do any kind of travel or anything. Like, it has to be very organic for me, like, to where I feel super comfortable because my being introverted too, I don't have like this high comfort zone with just meeting new people. Like if I just wanted to meet random people, I would have talked more to that guy on Saturday who said he liked my hair. But he kind of gave me the creepers because I think he just wanted to buy some hair. But yeah, so, I'll talk to people. I'm nice to people because I like to meet different kinds of people. And if people like hair, that's fine. It doesn't offend me. And I wish other women would support other women more, like all the time, in every way, in every capacity, like at all times. I wish women who claim to be feminists would kind of think more through their thought process, and they wouldn't they just wouldn't like knock other women, like, or they would kind of be more aware, like, but I don't, at the end of the day, whatever, like, people do them. I just like how the brush matches my dress. And I've gotten to the point in my life where I'm like, okay, I know that I'm not going to fit in certain group dynamics, so I don't try to put myself in that little box, I suppose. So when I come home, but you know what? The funny thing is, even though I'm feminine, I'm really good. I'm very handy. I know I can fix my camera. I know that I can sit down and figure out a way to fix my camera. First off, I should have it on a tripod if I'm going to use my nice camera. But I put it up here on a shelf in the tub and it fell. So I'm going to figure out why my camera has a white screen. And I kind of think I know what might be going on, but I want to see if I can reset it myself. I can use a drill, I can build things. I have assembled a bookshelf by myself before. Like, I can do handy things too. So it just goes to show you, you can do whatever you want in the sun. I love history. And that's another thing too. Some women are like, oh, history's for men. I'm like, whatever. I like all aspects of history. I like World War II history. I like studying about the Ottoman Empire. I love learning about Polynesia. And so don't tell me, like, this is for men, this is for women. You can be whatever you want to be. Hey, if you're a guy and you want to wear a dress, I don't really care. Do I care? No. Do you, okay? Like, be happy, do yourself, live your life, and that's that on a stick, okay? Thanks for watching.